And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing FortressCraft Evolved. Alright, well, I've got some chromium and molybdenum crafted. Now, I don't know if I have enough for 2 trenchers, 2 blast furnaces, and a casting basin. So I'm just going to create 1 trencher drill, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3 of those. 1 trencher motor, which is 1, 2, 3 of those. If we go over to the smelter, casting basin, this is, I need 75 of these. So we're going to make the blast furnace first, and just to make sure that we have enough for a casting basin. So we're going to need quite a lot of these. Let's see, 75. I think, yeah, we do have enough for another blast furnace, but I don't think we have enough for a second trencher drill, because these take 75 each, so it's 150 for each set, and we only have 128 chromium. We have enough moly, but not enough chromium. If I wouldn't have put those 100 chromium into that system for lenses, we would have had enough for 2. So as it stands, we only have enough for 1, but 2 blast furnaces. So we're gonna head down to the cold caves, set some of this stuff up, and then figure out how we're gonna move the material, given that we're gonna need to swap out the trencher motor after we get maybe a load of ore. So I've done a little work here. I've got a little platform ready to go. This is where we will make the freeze-on that we need. Okay, so I want a blast furnace right in here, and let's run some casting pipe. I think that's under smelting, yeah. So I'm gonna want 25, 50 of those, and maybe like 10 bends. Probably gonna need more bends than that. So down here we can see that I have already ready to go where all this stuff is gonna hook up into. So let's place down the casting basin first. Now, also, none of this stuff will work without that, where is it? Without the C5 right there, without that being powered. So we've got to get this stuff ready to go before we power that thing, because once we power it, there is no going back. Okay, so we're gonna build this out here. This is 5, I think it's 5 by 5 by 3. So one last, there we go. There's the casting basin, ready to go. And I've got these hoppers ready with a chromium and molybdenum on there, so it will pull out the proper ore. I don't have to do any filtering after the fact. And I'd like to get these, so you can see this is where the material goes in. So the first one, we're gonna want, let's see here, I'm gonna want a straight and a curve. So the curve, we're gonna have this come down and then over. That lines that up. Oh, that was already spaced right. Awesome. And then this will come right in and hit that blast furnace that's going to be there. This one here, same deal. And this one's going to come across. Can we super build? We can! Yay! Alright. And that lines that up. Oh, that's already set. So we're going to super build that. One more. So there's that filter set up, and this one is pretty easy. It's just going to be round, right around. So this is coming down. I'm gonna go out with it first. Like that. And 1, 2 should get me close. I need actually one more on that. Like so. And then this one is gonna come around and hit this. So first, so let's super build that. And actually this one's got to come in and touch in there. So we're going to need this to come across. And we're going to need to merge it right in with this one over here. And it's going to be connected right there. Good to go. So we can close these up because we don't need them. Close that up and just tidy this up a little bit. Get this ready to go. All right. So we are set for the blast furnaces. And these are 7 high, I believe. Yes. So that's 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There it is. And it is attached to a storage hopper, and it sees that it's connected to a casting basin, which is what we're going for. All right, so this one's the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There it is. So it is also attached to the casting basin. And now for power. Power is a little tricky because these things want so much power. It's going to be a little tricky to get power in. But I think with a little luck, I'm going to put a Mark IV. Which one of these should get a Mark IV? I'm thinking one that's going to go right here. I might want to move this over to here, but then again, for now, let's just set up, whoop, wrong thing, 2 there, 2 there, because these are 2,500 power per second. It's a lot of power. The casting basin doesn't need any power at all, so that's one good thing, I guess. Okay, so we're gonna pull 2 just to get this system started. We need two of these, and I'm just gonna fully lens them out like that. Okay, so let's do these 2 first. Right in here, I think. Yeah, I think that's right there, and then right in here. So 1, 2, 3. I think that's right. So there and there. So we're gonna blast some power into this thing. See, desired power per second 2,500. So he hasn't changed that at all. Can't really do that. Can't really tweak that programmatically or with a mod because it's kind of hard coded. Pretty much everything in this game as far as settings, 2, 3, settings and stuff are all hard coded. There we go. All right, now, and once I get, you know, the Mark V or the Mark IV batteries on here and get some stuff, I'll be able to use those batteries to power the cargo lifts as well. So we won't rely on power. Speaking of which, I actually kind of want to do that now, just because these are going to take a lot of power, and I want to do the same to this one here. That way I can get rid of this system, and we can use the power from this laser from this laser to power our initial trencher. So, without further ado, we're going to want... I'm pretty sure the trencher... Let's head down to where these materials are getting mined and build our trencher, because I'm pretty sure we're gonna need that C5 powered in order for these to work. It may not be, and if it's not, that's good. That'll just give us more time to accumulate resources. But I'm pretty sure that there is some machine in that process that needs that C5 to be powered. Maybe not. I know the particle filters for guaranteed, and I also put a particle filter system right there ready for chlorine. But I know the particle filters definitely need the C5 to be powered. That is a must. But I'm hoping we can do the trencher thing without too much problem. And how much molly do we have? See, we don't have enough molly anymore to run that. So we're gonna run. You know, I could put a hopper right here and set this to chromium ore just to feed both of them for now. Okay, so we want to do the trencher first, the trencher head. Now you see why I spaced this out. So the trencher head is in, and now for the motor. And these will flip themselves around. So it's out of power, of course. We don't have any power coming up here. And I believe these things are 500 power per second, which we have coming up. We have quite a lot of power coming up here right now. And we have old and busted blue lasers that we don't really need up here. So we're going to gather all those, make sure those are good. Don't need the blue thing. I want to move some power up here. We've got this laser coming up. And this one, whoa. We could actually beam it. I think it will. I think we're at a good height. Yes, we can beam power over. So the trencher is mining. And you can see 801 ore per hull. And I think DJ recently fixed the bug that makes the upgraded trenchers now mine more material per hull. So we'll be able to see these things are going to be holding quite a lot of ore. I think these hold, I want to say 2,000 ore. We'll see once this thing. Yep, they hold 2,000 ore. So didn't put any ore in this one, which is kind of cool because this is the first one to go up. But I think our blast furnace is in this spot right here. So this is now mining chromium, and if I want, once this goes up, I could break this and bring it over to the moly and start the moly chain as well. And I might just do that just because this first batch, I mean, this is 2,000 ore, and that's going to be 1,000, no, 2,000 ore. That's not 1,000 bars. That is like 256 bars, which is enough to really start the system going again. Get us another trencher, get us all that stuff. So let's see. One thing I could do while we wait is start pushing these bulk minecarts down into the minecart system for the molybdenum, because we're going to need we're going to need molybdenum as well. I wanted to make sure this fills up as much as possible, though. So we've got 47 capacity free. Is there any in... This one doesn't have any yet. Let's go drop some of those mine carts down, because they take, they're going to take a couple minutes to fully deploy. I want to make sure they're going the right direction. I want them to go right into our system here. So let's go up here and put 100 there and 100 there. See which direction they go. Oh, right, they go the right direction. Excellent. And they will stay in this area because of this buffer here, this full gate. So they'll all come in here, and all 200 are going to stay here until we start getting some ore moving around. So that will really help things out. Let's go back over to the chromium. And look at that. That left. We are good to go. I'm not sure if that's going to... I'm going to actually break this. That first batch of chromium should be plenty to really boost the whole system and get us operating completely. We got plenty of ore here. I'm not concerned with how much ore we have to deal with, just because it's really a non-issue. 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna put a battery here just to power that up. We also have to figure out a way to get power over here, and I think I'm right in line. See, I'm right in line with that. I'm not sure how to get power over there, but we'll worry about that later. I'm going to get this trencher over on molybdenum so we can start loading these minecarts. Alright, we're just going to tackle this first setup right in here. So, 1, 2, 3.
Structure complete.
1, 2, 3. There we go. That lines everything up. And see, this isn't powering because it's hitting the head and not the motor. So we need to somehow... one of the things I think I'm going to do is put that there, take that away, and then turn this around this way, put a battery here, and there we go. Now we are starting to mine Molly, and we have lots of mine carts going. Yes, they're going to fill all this in, and that's not a big issue. It's going to be slow at first. It takes a while to pick up steam, and of course, the first thing I'm going to want to do with a good amount of resources is upgrade these trencher heads so we get even more goodies, even higher percents. So there we go. We are now loading all of these carts. We even have some carts over here. Wow, that's actually dumped a lot of carts into the system already. That's awesome. And these bulk minecarts hold 50 ore. So these things work great. And they're able to deliver quite a lot. There's our first set. And I did use a buffer there. I didn't connect these together. Just was a little worried about that. So we got another load of ore that dropped off. All right, the first set is on the way. Let's follow her down here. Make sure we don't have any problems. Goes up. Whoa, And now they're getting boosted, so they're pretty fast going through the system here. And make sure this turns. That turns good. Let's see how fast these things are. It's great. Turn there. Good. Oh yeah, we got a double. Doubling up. That's okay. Not a big deal. As you can see, I think that cart is actually right here. It's because this one was actually showing a little bit of movement. Oh, that's awesome. Love how that works. Let's go, if we can, quickly up to the cold caves. I know time is a little short, but I want to see if those blast furnaces are actually running. I'm hoping they are. Not guaranteed that they will, but I'm hoping we can get some resources going before we have to go and power that C5. Get a good number of bars, get the system fully working, maybe even get a research in. And as long as the research doesn't take I think it does take the compressed Freezon or one of the compressed materials, so we're not going to be able to do the more efficient vein extraction anytime soon. Let's see. Okay. Set type chromium ore. Chromium ore. Okay, this is running, and this is casting chromium bars. All right, look at that. We've got 5 already. Excellent. It's just a matter of time before this loads up. So we've got quite a bit. I mean, 700. So it's only a matter of time before we start getting some more bars, and then I'll be able to build more trenchers and all that kind of stuff. Although I'm a little leery of maxing out that moly. That moly vein is much smaller, and I think the initial trenchers are only like 5% efficient or something like that. Pretty crazy. But yeah, that will have to do it for this episode. So I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.